Is there anything that like you think, okay, here's another technique or here's another process that's been really useful for you as you go through this?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So there's two things. One is it's important for us to look at the assumptions that we have about that product or service that we're advertising or that we're tasked with advertising. And so we ask ourselves, what are we assuming about this product? Mm-hmm. What are we assuming it's good for? What are we assuming people think about it? Challenge the assumptions that we might have about those products, and kind of identify. Sometimes we assume things and we don't realize they're assumptions. We just think, oh, yeah, it's a given.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
Of course, that's a given. So that's important.
Can you give me an example of like?
Oh gosh, I knew you were going to say that.
I know that's the worst thing ever.
Do I have an example of challenging?
So just take me through the process of that. So like, say for example, let's smart water, for example. Okay. The assumption would be that it's healthy, or it's healthier, maybe, or something. Let's
see.
I know I'm really putting you on the spot here as well.
It's good. So an assumption could be, so this insight that I got about myself and why I buy smart water, if we were tasked with, so that came at the tail end of this whole process of coming up with ideas for this juice. Mm-hmm. So what we knew was, or what you could assume is that people will drink a flavored water because they think it's healthier. That's a natural assumption.
Healthier than soda?
Yeah.
Soda.
Even, you call it soda.
Soda. It's a new thing.
Soda.
It's a new thing in the market, yeah. It's like soda, but it's just soda.
Soda. That's great. So it would be natural and plausible to say, okay, so people would buy this because they think it's healthier than soda. Perhaps challenging that assumption and going, well, we're assuming that's why they buy it. What are some of the other reasons that they might buy it? So anytime you think something's a given when you're coming up with ideas, park what you're doing and go, okay, hang on, let's dive deeper into that thing. And you end up in a huge rabbit hole. But and then you challenge that assumption, and then you might go back to what you were doing, or you might follow that line of inquiry, and end up realizing that actually perhaps people go for something because it's perceived to be healthier. And when you look at the ingredients, it wasn't healthier. It had as much sugar in it as Coke. But I think it did. I don't know. Maybe I'm defaming the product now. I'm so sorry. It had a lot of sugar in it. But maybe if you challenge that assumption, you would come to the realization that people buy it because it makes them feel smug and important and healthy. There are these sports drinks that like Gatorade and stuff, and they're just so unhealthy.
And they're good for sport. They're good for sport
because they're
for some
called
reason.
Sports drinks, and it's just sugar drinks. But I don't know, it's full of electrolytes or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what do we assume about the product? But what do we also assume about the people and their reason for buying it? And you can ask yourself, so we assume that naturally I would assume that we're advertising this product to the target demographic or whoever is listed on the brief. But what if we were advertising this product to nuns? What if we were advertising this product to children? What if we were advertising this product to people whose lifestyle wouldn't allow them to partake in this product? If you were advertising a meat product, how would you advertise it if you were trying to get vegans to eat it or whatever?
So is this different to the assumption idea? Is this like
I guess it's an offshoot. If you're challenging assumptions, then you can start going into all sorts of realms of going, well,
how do you sell it to a nun?
How would you sell it to a nun?